How's it going, everyone? Another day grind. See how the dollar's doing. And looks like we had an indecision day today. Coming into resistance, it's almost slapped into pre-close. Almost, but not quite. It's a little weak, but certainly could keep on going all the way to the other side of the natural course, return to the other side of the channel there. See how we're doing for the week so far. Some nice balance outside day. Right off the third floor on the weekly. So we'll see what happens when we get to the other side. See if we get reached at the 8 first. We still have a downward trend line. So this might be just a retracement back in and then a fall over. You never know. Too late to tell. S&P looks like we bounced off of the 13 today, a little bearish. Running with the top now. Double top confirmed on the next candle today. Nice bounce off the 13 though, so I think could just whip right past there. But so far I'm going to say it's bearish. Double top, closing below previous lows. It's going to open up and keep on moving, or else momentum's going to die real quick on that. VIX, let's see if we got something coming out of the VIX. Hit smacked over the 3-bar pattern over the 8, back over support, through resistance. Now we have support, smack the 13-minute inverted hammer. Nice inverted hammer over support. Never neglect the inverted hammer over support. There you go. Looks bullish on the volatility index. Looks like S&P's got some trouble. Got a double top working on the USD Japanese yen. So it looks like a retracement's due for the yen here. So look for that. Got dark cloud cover on the daily plus an outside day. Double top, triple top, no less. And a spike there. Close there, open there, close there. Triple top on the daily. Dow Jones, see if we got anything better going on. Got lower highs plus a rejection. Double top on the right shoulder here. Still working that 2-bar pattern for a while now. Looks bearish. Close above the 13, might be a bounce. It's got to open up and keep on going and keep momentum. So we got a top forming in NASDAQ as well. I think we had a reversal bar yesterday that we spoke of. Still closing above the 8 though, so it's got momentum still, could do anything from here. But broke through, came into. So that could be the bearish retracement. Look for previous breaks. Coming on back in. It's got ways to go, it's got plenty of support, but pretty steep lines, meaning it doesn't have a lot of support. But it does have the 8, 13, and the 34 on the way down, plus previous highs. We've got a gap as support. Looks like the top is being put in. The V tops only get it started. Let's get an opposing point. Let's get another top. Let's get a double top, maybe a lower high. Right now, it's just barely starting to form a top. So I want this to come down, come back up, make a double top or a lower high. Also can swing right back into support. I don't know, but right now it's holding on by a tether. Bounced off previous highs. Crude. See if crude did anything today. Crude. Looks like I got a 2-bar pattern. Outside day, ran into the yesterday, got rejected a little bit, popped above the 8, came back into. Not a perfect inverted hammer, so look for this to come into the 13 and then the inverted hammer comes in. Popped above the bar pattern here, above resistance, so now we have support. Over the 8 now, we have support. We got previous low support. And right now we need to knock them out on the way up. We got previous lows all the way up. Nikkei. Nikkei's just lingering up there. Looks like it wants to break. Look for previous high breaks. Making new highs. Use previous highs as your support. So it's got support on this top pattern. I was hoping it was going to come back in, but it doesn't look like it wants to keep on going. Got plenty of support coming on in. And a gap. Gap. All the way up. So it looks bullish. Previous highs, support. Ride that 8 all the way up. Looks like coal, still back and forth. Nice little hammer off of the 8. Closed all the way back up. Looks like it's building. Working off this double bottom. Higher low. And the longer term, I got a double bottom. Plus a double bottom over here. 2-bar pattern reversal, 2-bar pattern reversal, support. Watch for previous high breaks at 40.50. 40.50. Take the previous lows all the way up. Coal looks good. Looks like the 10-year cross over the 34 is coming back in as the 8's crossing as well. So look for the 10-year to come back into support. It's got a little falling star right now. That close. But plenty of support coming on in. Look for previous high breaks as well. Maybe that's not inverted. Maybe this is going to turn into an inverted hammer and take out those reversal bars on the other side. Shanghai. Looks like I got a bullish piercing pattern forming. Didn't close above 50% of the previous candle though, but it made it a support. So look for a reversal on that. Looks like a reversal so far. Off the bottom. Went through support and then back through. So we have support again. Breaking into previous lows. Close 50% of the previous candle. Nice double bottom. Looks like a reversal putting in on Shanghai. Gold. Looks like we got bottom warming. There's the 4-hour chart. Let's keep it running. 8 is now crossed over the 13 on the 4-hour chart. I got higher lows. Let's pop outside that pattern. Break into previous lows, into the next set. Previous lows, riding up that range into the 34, the next move. And a nice flat top break coming on silver. Looks like 1634. Looks like we've got potential on this to hit the 34 tomorrow or tonight. Previous lows at 1675. So ride it on up. I got previous lows all the way up at 1650, 1655, and all the way up to 1675. Nice flat top rate coming right as we speak. So it could just take a ride. It's funny how these things happen when the market's not open. Looks like copper came all the way back into support. So got a lot of work to do again. We get knocked back like that. I'm not sure if this is going to hang on. It looks pretty weak. Looks like we got a rejection. And then this is bearish retracement. Look for slow breaks on copper. I was hoping copper was going to run with us this time. Doesn't look like it's ready. Bitcoin just off. Let's look at the hour chart. We're stuck right below 18 yesterday. Where was it? Oh, up here. I called a top because of the double top. I tried twice to get through. Consolidated, broke a trend line, and just took off again. So then it tried to break into 19. Got stopped short. And that measured moves all the way up to 21. I figured that we might get some trouble at 1,000. So it's on its way. Right now, I'm showing a hour chart. I'm showing a 2-bar reversal coming in. Very resilient Bitcoin. Very, very, very nice. Looks like gold got a better buy today. But still, 75 ounces per 1 ounce gold. Looks like we had a little top put in, closing below the 8. So the momentum's coming down. It could be well push the 13 and keep on going, but what was the top? 76 ounces. I think the highest I've ever seen it was 83 up in here. So still 75 ounces per 1 ounce gold. Very, very good buy for silver. Load up that truck. Bottom's coming in. I'm about using some of my cash and throwing it, my extra cash, like my petty cash that I use for bills and stuff, and just throwing it over on to my bitgold account. And lighting up this lot of them we got. Maybe help pay those a little bit. Ain't doing any good in my pocket. It's losing money in my pocket. GDX. Come off that bottom, double bottom in. Looks like dealt real quick. Double bottom, higher low, right over the 8 into the 13, closing above the 13 today. So no inverted hammer needed over support. We got an inverted hammer over here. Took that up today. Closing above the reversal bar. So very proud of GDX. Nice double bottom. Hopefully we can get a turn out of this. I got resistance coming down off of this trend line here. Let's see if we can get up in that area, which is 24. Let's keep the train running on this one. GDX. Came off the bottom. Nice bounce. Over the 13. I got previous lows at 33 and 35. So let's ride it on. Let's get into that 13 range. This is more like a V bottom, so let it come up, let it come back in, get that opposing point, we can have a trend line. So let it rise, let it come back in, let it try and gather its legs, try over 34. Looks like a pretty nice bounce so far, maybe even gap above resistance. That would be pretty nice. And it can stay far enough. Nugget, same thing. Look for the reversals back when it gets into the resistance areas. Look for the reversal to make that opposing point, and then we can climb on up. JNUG had a nice day. Not sure the percentage game, but no, it's a good 10%. That's pretty nice. I got resistance on JNUG into the previous lows at 24. So keep an eye on that. JDST, let's see if that came down like we planned. There it is. JST is at support. So maybe tomorrow, the miners and everything will settle in while JDST completes its bullish retracement and starts its way back up. Still having some problems. Hit the 8 and got rejected. So look for previous low breaks. Is this thing over and done with? Or was that break and come back into support? Look for previous low breaks. Keep it very tight on the stop losses. Watch for previous breaks as it pops back into 13. I got major resistance at that gap at 24, 25. AG, looks like G was up 6%. Nice. Now we're talking. Coming into the 34 range. Look for it to smack that 34 and then come back in as we need these averages to start turning over and following price. So always look for those retracements, buy into support as we become a bullish trend. We covered that gap too over here. That's nice. Nice bottom. Let's keep it running. Let's see how far we can go. Let's get about balance point right there. Looks like we tried to get over balance point twice now. Third time's the charm. Let's watch this thing run. URA coming into resistance now. Nice V bottom. Let's get a right shoulder put in. Watch for those retracements on uranium. URA. Nice run on UEC. Very nice. All the way from 110. Let's see this one running. A small trend line coming down. It's above the trend. Nice. That looks pretty bullish from here. Of course, watch for resistance. We did get stopped out at the previous lows over here. So watch that. URE. Looks like it's having a little trouble on that bottom. Hit the 13, came back into support. So now we got higher low. Watch out, as this higher low might come down a little bit because it's closing on its lows and momentum might carry just a little bit in the morning. Make sure we close a higher low. Follow that trend on the way up. Apple, I was pretty bearish, so. Apple on a daily chart, nice reversal. Looks like it came down. Now we're closing back in. Back and forth, top pattern form. Consolidation to the sideways would help this thing out. It's way overextended, I thought. It's just strut. I mean, watch the reversals. Looks like it got a little bearish and then it bounced again. So let's look at Google to end the day. The reason why I'm going Apple is because it's 20% of all of NASDAQ. So we got to watch these two. See if NASDAQ will turn over on us. Closing below 8 today on Google. So momentum might be dying. And, well, actually, yeah, let's end it with a nice. We can see that come into support, now the double back. The 1-2 punch. Right over that 34. Really nice. That's some really nice moves on NAK. Very good. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please share, like, and comment, and let me know what's going on out there. If you want to start following me on TradingView, that'd be fine. I think my call letters are rustysmetals on NAK. Not sure what it is. I think it's Rust. It's got to be rustysmetals. Come on now. What's going on with my internet? Stupid thing. Yeah, rustysmetals. Follow me over here. I also have cryptocurrency prices. For altcoins. Altcoins are awesome. Very fun to trade. So let me know what's going on out there. See you.